Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Namaste. I hope you all are doing great today. I'm so happy to see all of you here. And as you know, I'm your host, Nidhi Prakash, CZT, and my co host, my husband Ajay Prakash. He's not here with us. He's going to join us soon through the chat. And we are here for the mandala. So today's mandala session is a little different because we are not going to draw the whole circle, the complete mandala. Rather, we are just going to draw a fraction of it, one-fourth part of it. So this is the pattern which we are going to draw. And if you are going to complete it, you are going to get the whole mandala. Let me give you one sample. I already showed you this one. So like this is the pattern which we draw earlier in my classes. And you see with that pattern, you can make the complete whole big mandala just with this is the fraction of the pattern of this, as you can see here. So that's how you can, that is the plan for the today's mandala. We are just going to draw a fraction of it like this, and you can make colored version of it if you want. We are going to join it like this, so then they will combine together like this, and you can make four of them, or you can make one big hole in the big paper. It's your choice. In the session we are going to use the graphite pencil, and we are not going to color it. That is just for your example, that if you want you can use that. And let's talk about the materials. We are going to use ruler, compass, pencil and eraser, black marker pen of any sort of whatever you have, and some tool to blending, maybe the blending stump, the tortillon, or the Q-tip, whatever you have, and a 6-inch square paper, or if you want to know it in the centimeters, then it is the 15 centimeters. So that's all. Are you guys all ready? Do you want me to speak a little louder? Just a second. How about that? So, okay. Awesome. Thank you, Alvin. So now we are going to start our session. So always what we do, we start to find the center of our page. But as you know, today we are not drawing the whole complete circle of the mandala. Rather, we are drawing a fraction of it. Or maybe you can call it a Zentangle inspired art or a Zen doodle or some pattern drawing. But if you draw the complete whole of it, then it will be a complete mandala. And we are going to use 12 different tangles or the patterns today. Yeah. I'm going to give you all the names of them too. So to start with, we need a ruler to lay down some markings. So the best way is I'm just putting my mm, corner on the top and putting 0 on the corner, or joining my ruler to the other corner, as you can see, so that I get straightish corner line. This is my 0th corner, the corner 1. We need first marking at half centimeter. If anyone can volunteer and write down the dimensions in the chat, as I'm writing down here, and my co-host is Ajay is going to join us maybe in 5 or 10 minutes. Let's see if anybody can write down the dimensions. So the first marking is at half centimeter. I'm sorry, the half inch. Sorry, Rachel. Half inch, 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, and 6.5-inch. Actually, we are just done with the 6-inch. 6-inch would be fine. Okay, let's do it again. I'm just erasing all these dots. So I'm doing it again, guys. Please look carefully. And now please write down again the markings. 1/2 inches. Thank you everyone who helped me out. Please leave all those markings because we are writing it down again. And anyone can write down, please. 1/2 inches. I think Ajay has joined me. Hey Ajay. 1/2 inches. 1.5 inches. I messed up earlier, guys. 2.5 inches. 3.5 inches. 4.5 inches and 5.5 inches. Yes, so if you want to convert it into the centimeters, then let me check. It is the 1 centimeter. Then you can do, after every 2 centimeters, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That would be better. 1 centimeter, then every 2 centimeters. Thank you everyone who tried to help me out and wrote down the dimensions, but I messed up in the first step. So I gave you the different dimensions. Yes, this is perfect, Kashvi. 1/2 inches, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and 5.5 inches. I'm going to use my compass and going to draw first circle at 1/2 inches. Then 2.5 inches. Thank you, Garima. Uh, you have no sound. You can refresh maybe. Is anyone is having any problem with the sound? Perfect, Valerie. Thank you. Valerie wrote down in the centimeters. That's perfect. Kashvi wrote down in the inches. That's perfect. Thank you guys for volunteering. I highly appreciate it. I really appreciate it. So this time our center is at the corner of the paper and we are drawing from the very corner, as you can see. That's it. These are the markings which we need. Now I'm waiting for everybody to draw these guidelines. 1/2 inches, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and 5.5 inches. Thank you, everyone. So the measurements of the tile is, again I'm telling, and Valerie and Kashvi has already written it. It is 1/2 inches, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, and 5.5 inches. Yes, Ishika, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm waiting, Urvi. Thank you, Kashri. So after that, we are going to grab our pen and we are going to grab our uh, compass so that we can trace over these lines, these markings. And what I'm going to do actually, we can use the same pen and maybe we can use little thicker tip pen if you have. I'm just grabbing one little thicker tip pen here. So we are drawing this beautiful piece of the mandala. This is the fraction of the mandala. If you want, you can make it complete all over around. And you can draw on a A4 paper, Shobha. Definitely, there is no problem. If you want, you can draw a square, the smaller square on the paper. Otherwise, you can draw it as big as you want. And I'm just grabbing one little thicker tip. This is little thicker than my regular pen for drawing these guidelines. We already have our guidelines with the pencil. I'm just going to go over it with the pen. Still, I'm drawing little double line in. Sometimes my compass becomes so easy to work with. Sometimes it's. So I'm just making these double lines. And we are going to use total 12 patterns in our this style. So if your pen doesn't fit in the protector, you just have to do it freehand, Urvi. Uh, okay, Valerie. So now let's start. So our first section we are going to draw at last because I'm going to keep my finger and going to hold it maybe. So we are going to start with our first section. Shall I start, guys, or do you guys to get the same as yours? I did 1.5 for the first and then 2.5 centimeter. Okay, awesome, Valerie. Okay, I'm waiting for everybody to catch up. Thank you, Shruti. I'm waiting for everybody. Yes, Yelena, you can color it later. It's absolutely your choice. Like I showed you, we are going to draw like that. But here is one other example of the colored version of it, as you see. So once we are done drawing everything, if you want, you can color it. If you want, you can enhance it with the this thing, or maybe you can make the complete version of it and make half the graphite and half the colored as an artistic way. So it's your choice how you want to do it, but whatever way you do it, don't forget to share it with me. I would love to see what your guys are coming up with. And before I start, I really want to give a huge shout out to everyone who submitted your work yesterday. After yesterday's session, every Friday we meet at my Hindi channel and we draw mandala. So yesterday we drew this art piece in my Hindi channel. This we are going to do next Friday. These are the last 2 Fridays pattern. They all are available at my Nidhi Prakash Art Hindi YouTube channel, and you can see that. And if you have not subscribed my channel this yet, please go ahead and subscribe it. So shall I start? Okay, again, when I start the patterns, let me just tell you the measurement. Neelam is asking half inches, 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 3.5 inches, 4.5 inches, and 5.5 inches from the corner. Okay, so now in our first section, we are going to draw the flux. That will be our first pattern which we are going to draw, flux. So from the base, we are just going to draw this one round leaf, and then both sides we are going to draw 3 more petals, and oops, I'm sorry guys. And we are going to do double linings of that, and here we are going to make it this is our flux. Now I'm using my just thick black marker pen to fill this leftover space. This is a beautiful mandala fraction piece, and if you uh, make it complete in a very bigger piece of the paper, or maybe you can make half colored, half this classic style, that's your choice, or the whole with the graphite or whole with the colored. So I'm using a black marker pen, black sketch pen would also work. I'm using the same brand, the Graphic, one Pigma Sakura. This is a little thicker tip so that we can fill it quickly. We are going to work on this first section later. Now, I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up and write down in the chat when you guys are done till here, and then we'll resume together. So awesome. Now in the second section, you see where we made the dot in the center. So we are going to use that as our one line, like one division, and we are going to divide this into two sections. If you want, we can draw very lightly this line here to divide it into the two section, and we are going to draw the pattern, the name well. So for that pattern we are going to draw two circles in their center, and with their circles we are going to join all four corners. From here, the base of the circle, we are going to go curvy line here to one corner, second corner, third corner, and fourth corner. So that's how we are going to repeat again in this one. If you missed this one, so please look carefully again. From the center, we are going to opposite of it. We are going to go round on the top first, second, third, and fourth. So Ria, I'm using here Micron Pigma Sakura pen, and whatever supplies I use, all the material links and their name are already there in the video description, as well as you can see all the materials with their pictures at my website nidhiprakasharts.com at the material list page. Now after that we are going to do some hatchings, aurora linings. So whatever the direction they are going, we are going to draw the lines in that direction. Draw every stroke slowly. Take your time. Don't hurry up, okay? Because taking care of the direction is really important in this specific pattern which we are drawing. If you mess up with the direction, then it might look a little different. Keep making little curvy line. Don't try to make very straightish line. That pencil line in the center, that is just to guide us where to stop these lines, and that pencil line will eventually fade up on its own when we are going to do the shading. Yes, Tammy, you can do the pattern in sparkle too, and I'm going to actually use the maybe the graphite pencil or the shading in the later. Definitely you can do add the sparkle. We keep drawing. Each single stroke, one stroke at a time. So how is it going, guys? Now I'm just waiting for a few seconds for everybody to catch up and write down in the chat that you guys are done so that we all can resume together. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Arohi, Kashvi, Mandeep, Karuna, Valerie. Keep breathing. Yes. Thank you, Elena, Gitika, Rachel. Thank you, Srihan, Rachna, Nandini, Rohini, Kamala. Thank you, Anga, Shivi. Which marker you are using? So Shivi, I'm using here Pigma Sakura Micron Pen 08. Thank you, Shruti, Rajiv, Anupama, Rashmi. Now we are going to work in this third one. And before I start, I just want to remind you guys, if you have not subscribed the channel, please leave the chat, click on the subscribe button. It's absolutely free for you, but it will help me growing my channel and help me running these kind of free sessions for you. Now, in this third one, if you want, I can just write down here the first uh, tangle we used was the flux, the second we used this one was the well, and then now the third we are going to use is the ravel. So now the third pattern which we are going to use is the ravel. I really love this ravel pattern. This is very organic pattern. So please look carefully anywhere we are going to draw these two kind of, let me just make it a little up. We are going to draw these two circles, and then we are going to start from one circle and look carefully, we are going to draw the S curve line here. In Zentangle we call it a takeoff and the landing kind of situation where we take off from one plane and then we go to the other, we land, and then we drew these kind of pattern, this technique we use in a lot of different kind of tangles. And then we are going to draw lots of, you know, so we can we can draw the first the boundary, then draw inside, or maybe we can increase one line at a time. Now we can grow it organically anywhere. Suppose my next circle is here, and this will go like this. And this time I'm growing it one line at a time instead of drawing the whole section at once. So it's your choice how you want to grow in this tangle. Now maybe let me draw one here. We can join these two. So now with the same style, we are going to fill this whole area. And suppose here we find this leftover space which we are going to fill. Isn't it easy? And then when we'll do the shading in the corners, this pattern really looks beautiful. Let's join this one here. So this is a drawing of a curvy pattern, like the S pattern. Awesome. That's how we keep filling the spaces. So sometimes you just see the fraction of it, so you can't see the whole of it when it's kind of, uh, going out of the border. So just draw as if you can just see a part of it. We call these kind of tangles are known as the organic tangles because they grow organically based on the space place you have. You can grow them in any direction. They don't have any fixed grid or anything. You can just uh, lay them in anywhere. So here in the corner, they are kind of going out of this space. So you just draw few strands which are going out and try to fill up that space. There is one another name of this tangle is that's garlic clove. It is a Zentangle original tangle, and they gave it name Ravel. I hope everyone is catching up well. If you have any questions, you can write down in the chat. Someone is following me. Oh, awesome. I'm using a Micron 08. The tip size is 0.5 mm, Madhulika. So Kashvi, you see where there is the leftover space here. So I just drew the triangle and filled inside. That's how we are going to fill it. So wherever you have space, keep drawing this tangle, keep making these cloves. And when you see like here is the space, you can't make the whole clove. So you can just make the fraction of it as if it's going out. So please look carefully. And I'm going to fill it, and now in the remaining space I'm just going to give a shadow area. That's why these tangles are called the organic tangles, because we can draw them and fill them in any ways. Okay, Victoria. So actually I tried to keep a combination of little easy tangles and little more focused tangles which require little more focus uh, to draw. So, and it's the fun, right? When we have different style of the tangles. That's it. And you see, when we are going to color it, then you are going to see a really different version of it. Or maybe if you want to use a color pen or the shading, then you are going to see absolutely different version. So now I'm waiting for everybody. I'm waiting. I'm waiting, Rukmani. So the first pattern we drew, this one was the flux here. This one was the flux. The second one is the well. The third is Ravel. And now the fourth which we are going to draw is Holiba. And they all are the Zentangle original tangles. Awesome. No problem. You can do again. And yesterday I remember, I don't really remember the name, but I remember the artwork that we drew the mandala, and you made the flux to the 2 centimeter circle, like it was supposed to stay in the 1 centimeter, and then you made the whole mandala and it was looking beautiful. So sometimes, we made some mistakes, but we can use those mistakes as an opportunity and we can draw something different with those. We can keep them and make them as a part of our work. So generally in our all pattern drawing and in Zentangle we say no mistakes. So we call them an opportunity and we call them like just uh, uh, you know happy accident. So you can use that. So I think everybody is done here now. So Rachna, in the Ravel we generally draw two dots. You can see here. Yes. And then you can join one dot to other like this. And this is called one clove or the one pod. And that's how you keep joining different pods together. Yeah, I just showed the Ravel here. Uh, Rachna, I hope you get it. Okay. Yes, you can watch the video from the beginning and still you can talk with me on the chat. You can rewind the video, and even after we are done with this session, the recording of this video is available at my YouTube channel. Victoria, you wrote very well. And yes, I always say the process is important, this journey is important than the our final destination. Don't worry how it will look. Just enjoy the process and enjoy this moment when you are drawing. Enjoy the drawing. Enjoy each and every stroke. Give your 100% to it and feel happy about it. That's really very important. Okay guys, so before I start, I would like to know who is drawing along with me. Please write down 1 if you're drawing with me. Write down 2 if you're just enjoying the video. Maybe you can draw later or maybe you not. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you, Craft, Rukmani, Shruti, Rachel, Mandeep, Alizma, Gitika, Guriya, Yelena, Bindu, Kashvi, Dhari. Awesome. Thank you, Tripti, Nandini, Yamini, Tammy. Awesome. Beautiful. Thank you, Sucheta, Megha, Monica, and I'm sorry if I forgot any name because it's going pretty quick for me. Thank you, Deshna. Awesome. I messed up yesterday, Banjara. It's okay. Messing up is absolutely fine. Awesome. Now, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you everyone. And a lot of people are enjoying watching also video. Maybe you guys can draw later or maybe you just enjoy watching. That's absolutely fine. So again, now before I start, I just want to say 2 things. First, please, when you are done, don't forget to share your work with me at my Facebook page or maybe anywhere on the social media. Don't forget to tag me. Second, if you have not subscribed my channel, please leave the chat, subscribe the channel. It's absolutely free for you. And don't forget to click on the thumbs up button because in that way you can help me growing my channel and I keep continue these sessions. Awesome. Let's start the Holiba. Holiba is a over and under technique, like we are going to draw lots of, parallel lines. They can be straight, they can be little wavy, they can be thick, they can be thin. Like kind of second is going, like you see this one, I made a little thicker here. This is again a pretty organic tangle and set of parallel lines crossing each other, going one below other. So when they are crossing, please don't draw. And they can go in any direction. That's not a problem at all. We are drawing it very crazily here, like they are going here, there, anywhere, and we are going to fill this space. So in this tangle, we draw lots of parallel lines. They can be curvy, they can be straight, they can go in any direction, they can overlap each other. Just the only thing is, whenever they are overlapping, don't draw over it. Always, like suppose I'm going to draw one line here, which is kind of covering this other line. So I'm stopping here and drawing in the air and then continuing like this. That is the only thing which you need to take care of. I'm just making it a little up, a little bit more up, so that you can see the whole paper together. Yeah, now it's better, I think. Let me focus it more. Oh, I just drew one line and I started talking. That is the problem. That's how you can lose focus if you keep talking while working, right? We can draw as many as we want. We can draw as less as we want. There is no hard and fast rule about it. Yes, this trick makes the drawing 3D, Monica, when we draw over and under. And now, again, one more enhancement we are going to our this Holiba Tangle. We are going to do the rounding in the corner. Please look carefully. What does that mean? So wherever you see these corners, we are just going to make little round line and we are going to fill it. We call it rounding. And this little enhancement brings a lot of difference in our tangle. We are going to do this on every single corner. There are lots of different kind of enhancements we do with our tangle. This is one of them. Take your time, do slowly. And you can see the difference where we did these little rounding in the corner and where we didn't do these corners. It uh, brings a lot of difference, right? When we are kind of done with all the tangles and when we are doing shading, I would like everybody to write down in the chat about the difficulty level of this particular piece. What do you think? Is it difficult, moderate, or like easy? Once you are done with all the tangles, then please let me know. What do you feel about it? Once we learn one tangle, then you can explore that tangle endlessly in various ways. It's not that just you learned one tangle and that's how you are going to draw it every single time. That's the fun with these tangle drawing, that you can make them your own. You can make them your own version of it or your own style. And every single time, maybe you are using the same tangle but in a various different styles. We are going to talk more about it when we are going to do the next angle in our next row. Every Sunday we meet here for the Zentangle session. In the Zentangle session, we just made a Zentangle tile with lots of tangles, but we learned those tangles also separately with their names, like I just showed you the Ravel. So I can show you some tiles which we did in the past and which we are going to do tomorrow and maybe in our next sessions. So rounding is kind of done for me. How is it going for you guys? Are you guys done with the rounding or do you guys need time? Uh, the well tangle is very hard for me. Okay, Rachel. So, what we did in the well tangle, we just, if suppose this is your box, just look at the well tangle, draw a circle in between, and draw the round lines and join the corner. And so this is the basic of the well tangle. And after that, if you don't want to draw lots of line, you can just skip it and you can just draw one this triangle line. It's absolutely fine. This is the another version of drawing the well tangle. So you can make it easy if you are finding this very tough. Okay. And uh, coming uh, Saturday, this is the pattern which we are going to draw. And do you see these big leaf? So basically this is a well tangle in a very broad form. So this is the well tangle and this is again the well tangle which I drew here. So the same tangle in a very different way. You are going to learn the way we used in this one in the next class. And if you want, again, this is the colored version of it, the well tangle. So, and my all past live sessions, you can get all the past live sessions at my channel with the playlist Draw With Me. And the same playlist is in the Hindi channel also, the Draw With Me. And in my this channel, Nidhi Prakash Arts, I started Draw With Me around a year ago when this pandemic started and we all like kind of stuck in the house. So then I was just thinking of doing them and helping the society to give some stress relieving time. And so that since then, I'm taking these live sessions. You can get all these past live sessions in the Draw With Me playlist. Awesome. So now it's the time to start the fourth section, and I'm here using this artist tile, Strathmore artist tile, pre-cut in a 6 inch, and it is little thick 300 series, and its vellum surface means it's little smooth surface. You can see all the pictures of all the materials which I'm using with their Amazon link at my website. nidhiprakasharts.com/material list page, and you can get all the links as well on the video description too. Thank you everyone. Now let's start our fourth chapter. I'm sorry, the fourth section. One, two, three, four, the fifth section. What's happening with me, guys? Let's start the fifth section. And before I start the fifth section, let me tell you the name and let's see if you guys remember if we have worked on that tangle earlier together. That is Quandary. If you were with me in the last Sunday Zentangle session, this is the tile which we made last Sunday in our Zentangle session. And remember, this is the tangle, and the name of this tangle is Quandary. Last Sunday, yes, yes, Shruti, awesome. Yes, Guru, yeah. Last Sunday. And the same tangle which we are going to use today here, but in a very different way. Look, this is the quandary which we are going to do today, and this is the one which we did last week. So they both are the same tangle, but in a very different style. The hardest one, no problem. We keep on, doing the hardest tangle, and then it will become easy for us. And while I'm holding all my tiles, this is the tile which we are going to do tomorrow in our Zentangle session, the coming next session. These are again in my coming few session tiles which I have planned, and these two we are already done in our past two sessions, and many more we are done with our past sessions. These are our future class tiles. So here you go, Quandary. Let's go. So easy step is to draw a triangle in the air, and then draw the triangle with these rice shape. This is the beginning, guys. Let's draw slowly, step by step. So the pattern name is Quandary, which we are using right now. Actually, this is DRAY, Quandary. And now we are going to make more triangles as we go further. So suppose we are taking this as a base, so we are going to make two rice shape petals here. Now so we keep on making, suppose this is the base, so I'm going to make 1 and 2. It's okay if they are a little big or small, okay? If they are cutting, we are going to stop here, as if they are kind of hiding. And eventually you see you are going to get some beautiful flowerish kind of shape. I keep on rotating my paper. And I keep on making these triangles. We are going to do a lot of enhancement in them later on once we are done drawing. Take your time. I know this is a little tough tangle because first you have to think that what is the triangle you are making and then you make it. you draw accordingly. So think about the triangle and then you draw. So like this is the base and then these are the two parts where I'm going to draw. Then this tangle will become easy for you guys. Here and here. So that's how you keep making these kind of flowers. And they look very pretty when you are done doing all the enhancements and shading. They give you beautiful look. Sorry. I cheat a little. That's absolutely fine, Roos. That's not a cheat actually. You can draw the whole pattern with the pencil first and then later on you can trace them with the pen. That's absolutely perfect. So this is the full pattern, Rukmani, which we are going to draw today. So like when we are going a fraction of it, but you see this is the kind of, oops, it fall down. So like you see this is again one fraction of the pattern which we drew first like earlier, and this is the whole pattern of it, you can see. So that's how you can make this pattern also into the whole big pattern. We are just drawing a fraction of it. Is this what you are asking? Keep on drawing these triangular. Now I love this pattern. Earlier I found it very difficult in the very beginning when I started using this tangle. But with any tangle it happens. Any tangle which is really required more focus. Once you start it, you find it difficult. But once you use with different variations of it, different styles of it, then you find it like some of the style is really suits you, and then you can draw it easily, quickly. That's it. And if you feel anywhere, if you need to fill in anything, you can do. I'm just waiting everyone to complete this one, and then we are going to. I lost the pattern. This pattern is a little confusing. Okay, so try. That's why we are here, and I'm giving you every single step easily. So in the quandary, we are going to make triangle first. This is the base. If you start with the triangle, then you can keep making the triangle with this. I just showed you the whole pattern, Rukmini. This is the whole pattern. The big one. Oh, like the complete this one, this design. I don't have the complete this design, but I have the two sections of it. So if you join it, it will something look like this, and you can join these three one. You see, right now we are working on it, so it will look something like that. You can see that one, right? So it will look something like this, or maybe you can see here. It will look something like that. This is the kind of half of it. Okay, now we are going doing a little enhancement. So what are we doing? Wherever you drew this triangle, draw this dot in between every triangle. In between every triangle, do the dots. After making these dots, I will wait for you guys. So like the we did enhancement rounding in the Holiba, we are going to do the shading in all of them at last. That's the main enhancement in all of them. And in this one, we are doing one variation with these dots in the center of every triangle we drew. And don't worry, I'm waiting after that. That's it. I'm just checking if I leave any triangle. That's what happened with me a lot of time. Yes, awesome. I think I drew dots in all of the triangles. So now I'm waiting for everyone. Yes, Rukmini, you can skip it, no problem. Done. Thank you, Nandini. Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Preeti. Yes, Nitika. Awesome. Quandary is awesome, Guriya. Nice. Now, after that, we are going to join them straight with a very straight line to their these rice shapes. And you will find that they are making beautiful, amazing pattern here. Here I forgot to draw one dot. Keep drawing, keep drawing. This. I'm sorry guys if it is way too tough. Do you guys want me to uh, decide our next patterns little easier? If you want little easier, please let me know, because if you want, I can show you some of my June patterns, like all four June patterns, and according to me, they are little more focused required tangles. Do you guys want to see? I can show you. You can definitely make these tangles easier for you. Just draw one step at a time, and what I can say, if you're finding it way too tough, you can change this tangle to any other tangle which you like easier, or maybe you can skip this right now, do it with the pencil, and then retrace it with the pen, or maybe practice in any other sheet and then come back again. Those are the few things coming to my mind to make this tangle easier for you. And as I told you, I also found it a little difficult in the very beginning when I started it, but believe me, once you try it few times, you'll find it easier. That's it. So much fun. So now I'm waiting, and while waiting, let me just show you few June patterns. Do you guys want to see the June patterns? What is that, Bhavya? So the name of this pattern is Quandary. You can see here. These all are the name of the pattern. Quandary. This one is, oops, Holiba, Ravel, Well, Flux. And here are our 4 June pattern. 1. Yes, Bhavya, please look at the art table. I'm showing you some June pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the 4 June patterns which we are going to draw in the month of June on every Saturday. And coming Saturday in the May, we are going to draw this pattern. And this is the colored version of it. Awesome. Yes, Guraya, you can skip that straight line and you can directly use your graphite pencil once we are done drawing everything, and then we will do the shading. Hey Lakshya, I'm so happy to have you here. Now we'll start working on this top complete area, and we are going to fill them with lots of organic tangles. So the first tangle which we are drawing is poke root. They all patterns are deconstructed by Zentangle headquarters. They all are the Zentangle original tangles. I have just deconstructed one tangle so far. I used it on in the Valentine month. That's the heart to heart. There are hundreds and thousands of tangles. Lots of CZTs deconstructed them. Lots of, Zentangle headquarters deconstruct them and give them name. So right now we are drawing the tangle name poke root. So for the poke root, we draw the stem, we draw this kind of the frowning line, and then the circle on the top. And I'm placing them little randomly everywhere. And I'm kind of done with the poke root. I'm waiting for everybody to draw few poke roots, maybe few extra, few less. That's absolutely fine. And you can draw them. I drew them in a set of 2, 3, and then 2. And after that, we are going to draw few here poke leaves. Poke leaves are pretty much similar, but instead of drawing it kind of the mushroom shape, we are going to draw them the stem, the frowning line again, and then the leaf style. This is the poke leaf. Yeah, so this is poke root and poke leaf. And they both are also again the Zentangle original tangle. Keep your paper in a way so that you can draw easily and you can see your paper clearly. You can rotate your tile, and we kind of filling all the way to the corner with this tangle. So Lakshmi, mandala is a art, kind of a Indian traditional art, and we draw the mandala from the center and we grow organically in the circle. And Zentangle, and you can draw mandalas of any sizes. Zentangle, we always draw on a 3.5 inch square tile. As you see, we are going to, you can join me tomorrow every Sunday. This is a Zentangle tile. We always draw on a 3.5 inch square tile. But the pattern, you can use those Zentangle pattern in your mandalas also. That's not a problem. And that's how Zendala come in the play. I'm drawing the other side, the same thing. Again, if your leaf is covering with others, so please don't draw over it. You can change the direction at some time. It's absolutely fine because this is a organic tangle and they are kind of growing any direction. That's it. Now in these poke leaf, I'm just doing little enhancement and doing this double line at one side. We can call them variation of a tangle or maybe the enhancement of a tangle. As if the leaf is curving from one side. Now I'm waiting for everybody to complete these two tangles and then we'll start some mukas, sprinkle and some fescues. So Zentangle, like they started the Zentangle company, Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas, in around I think 2004-ish. So it will be like 16, 17 years old company I think. And but yes, that's the base of the pattern drawing, like how we draw different pattern, and they deconstructed every pattern like with the step by step method. Now we are going to draw few mukas. So we are going to fill this center space where we leave these, these spaces here. They can also go in any direction. It's a beautiful tangle. Just take care of where it's kind of covering with each other, like the under and over Holiba style, like this. We are going to draw few of them. of various sizes in various directions. That's why we left little space in between these poke roots. These are the Muka unfurled. They are going anywhere. We have used this tangle a lot of time in our past previous Zentangle sessions. We made a lot of tiles on them. I Did we use Muka unfurled in this one? So this is again Muka. This is Muka unfurled, like they all are going into the one pod. And these are the top here. These are the Muka unfurled, which we used in our last past session. They both are the Mukas. And again, now we are using it in our this mandala fraction also. And I can stop now drawing the Muka and we can switch to the different angle now. And if we want, we can come back again and draw a few more Mukas if we feel like. But I just want to stop here drawing the Muka because I really want to draw some sprinkle here. So the pattern which we just drew is the Muka. And now we are going to draw sprinkle pattern. This one was unfurled. So this was the Muka unfurled which we just drew, and now we are going to draw the sprinkle pattern, the next one. No problem, Shruti. If you filled all the space, that would also look pretty, I'm pretty sure. And maybe you can skip that area and you can grow these Muka over the poke roots or the poke leaves. That will also look pretty. So I'm waiting for a few seconds for everybody to complete till here, and then we'll start working on the sprinkle. And if you want to know all the names are here with their spellings. You can see. Awesome. Thank you, Karuna. Yes, we are going to do shading after that, and shading will take a little time because shading is really important in these patterns. So now let's start the sprinkle. So in the sprinkle pattern, what we are going to do, look here carefully, we are going to draw one line just going from the base and kind of, going and making this bulb kind of shape in the top. And then the second step is to draw the aura line around it and joining it all the way to the bottom, and then draw this inner line also here. And then we are going to draw some top little auras on the top, and they can also go in any direction. I'm going to draw one again, sprinkle here. So look here carefully if you missed the last one. First we draw this beautiful one, fescue kind of the pattern, and then we are going to aura it. Then we are going to draw one inner line, and then we are going to draw lots of these caps, the tiny small caps over it. Let me draw one sprinkle here again if you want to see. So first little these line with this bulb at the end, then envelope it with the other line. Third step is to draw this inner little section, and then lots of these tiny caps, and they are again, they can go in any direction. They are flowing here, there. That's why they are called the organic tangles. You can convert one Muka also into the sprinkle. Look how. So suppose this is one Muka and I want to convert it into the sprinkle. So I'm just going to make this center loop here. Draw this inner line here. And I'm going to add the caps. So that's how one tangle can convert into the other tangle. Isn't it fun? I'm going to convert this Muka also. And we can add few more mukas, few more sprinkles based on our space. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to draw that much or that many. So you can think whatever, whatever your heart desires. You can draw in those directions. They flow everywhere. That's the fun drawing with the organic tangle, that they can grow in any direction and anywhere. I'm drawing just this one also, like kind of little. Mukas. And now it's the time to draw lots of tipple, guys. So you see all these leftover spaces in between these stems. So either you can fill them with the graphite pencil or with the pen, or we can fill them with the tipple. Tipple is a tangle to draw the circles. And we call them orbs actually, just the circles. So we are going to draw lots of circles in between these stems. Draw slowly, don't hurry up in drawing these orbs. Tiny, tiny, tiny circles. So tipple is a beautiful filler tangle, as well as it can be your main tangle also. I have uploaded one video, mono tangle, in that a tipple is just the only tangle which I used in the whole tile in a various different style in variations. As I told you, there is one, like you learn one tangle and then you can use that tangle in thousands of ways. So right now we are just using this tipple tangle as a filler. We are filling all these leftover spaces with the circles. I'm just keeping this tile upside down so that it would be easier for me to draw here, and I need not to keep my hand over my work. If you have to keep your hand over your work, I would suggest you can use any rough paper in between your work and your hand. Sometimes our hand is having some, oil or some cream or something, so paper might absorb that. So, and then you might not see at that time, but later on you might find that your paper is getting a little yellowish and not that bright. So you might think, what's happening here? So that might be the reason that our paper gets yellow over the time, because we keep our hand over our paper, and whatever stuff our hand is having here, we might not see that oil. Our skin is having some oil here, so the paper absorbs that oil. So just to avoid that, and keep your work bright and shine. We can fill all the way, or we can just stop at some place. So guys, while drawing these tipples, I just want to remind you guys that after we are done with all these uh, pattern, and after we are done the shading and signing out, don't forget to take the picture of your work and share it with me. How you can share? You can share your picture. I'm going to take a picture of my work after the session and going to make a post at my Facebook page. So in that post, you can post your pictures. You can post your pictures on your own Facebook page, on your own Instagram, on your Pinterest. And if you are posting it any other social media, so don't forget to share, don't forget to tag me there so that I can see it. And then uh, I would love to see, and I highly appreciate if if you have not subscribed my channel, please leave now this chat and you can subscribe it. In that way, you can help me. And I want to give a shout out to my new patron today, and I'm so happy that a lot of people are supporting me through the Patreon, and you can support me through the this super sticker and super chat in the YouTube. So there are various ways if you want to support me. And of course, don't forget to subscribe the channel. I'm done with the tipple, guys. I keep on speaking. Hmm. So we are left with one more tangle, guys. So that last tangle is the fescue. That is our last tangle, fescue. And then we are going to draw one just shape, that is the heart shape in the real bottom. That's all. And how you draw the fescue? Let me put my phone on charging. So fescue is very easy, just drawing few twigs which may be coming out from inside, and just these tiny dots on the top. That's it. They can again grow anywhere. They are a beautiful filler tangle, like kind of to fill the space. Kind of a decorative tangle, you can say. So many people call them grass twigs. They can go in any direction and fill that space. And I'm just keeping it straight and looking if I need any more tangle here. I'm just giving it a little round shape. I think I'm kind of done drawing all the tangles in this area. Still, if we want, we can fill more, we can draw more if you feel like. I'm just happy with it. And now I'm just drawing the heart shape in this bottom first part which we left in the very beginning. We are kind of dividing it into half, and we are, or maybe we can just draw one heart shape. That would be better. Let's draw one heart shape. We can draw two heart shape, we can draw one heart shape. It depends how you want to go about it. A little flicking, and here we are going to draw some circles, and we are going to fill this one. That's it. We are done with the drawing, and now it's the time for the shading, guys. So I'm sorry, we are already more than 1.5 hours late. And if you guys want to drop, you can drop, and you can see the recording of this video later on whenever you have time. Or if you have time, you can stay with me. I'm going to complete all the shading now. And shading is really important. And if you guys have the white charcoal pencil, we can use that also for some enhancements too. For the shading, I'm using here graphite pencil, and I'm laying down the graphite here alongside with these lines in the well tangle. Actually, in this particular pattern, we used lots of tangles, around 12 tangles. So that's why we talked about every tangle, and maybe that's why it took lots of time, because I tried to finish the session in 1.5 hours, but some patterns really take a lot of time. Now in these Ravel, we are going to give little shading in the border. I'm not going to do the blending in between. I'm going to do the blending at very last together. That's how we can save the time, because we are already running a little late today. So that's why I'm a little hurry. So sorry guys if I'm doing a little quicker. You guys can, uh, see the video again. The recording of the video will be available with the same link at my YouTube channel. All the past live session recordings are already there. If you become my Patreon, you will unlock lots of videos, which are the Patreon only videos we did earlier in our Patreon only videos. Those are the colored mandalas, watercolors, and all that. Some are the dot paintings, some are the acrylic paintings. Lot of different videos you can unlock once you become my Patreon. As you see, once we do the shading, it looks so different, right? And in these circles, I'm just laying down little graphite. You can use any kind of black marker pen, any black fine liner pen you can use. Kusumlata, I really don't know what the brand you are saying Bustro looks like, but the name fine liner is showing me, like telling me, yes, it must be good, because fine liner pens are generally good for these kind of drawing. Now I'm blending. You can use Q-tip, you can use blending stump, you can use tortillon, you can fold the tissue paper and you can use that for these blending. But blending is really important. It bring like the life, it makes it 3D-ish look and complete the pattern enhancement step, I should say. I'm kind of laying down graphite on the very edge of this line. And very edge of this line too. So we are kind of done shading with the three parts and we are just left with the three more parts. Thank you, Rishita. So I'm using the graphite pencil for the blending, for the laying down the graphite. This is the normal 4B graphite pencil and I'm blending it with the tortillon. And you see where our this is going under, we are going to lay down little graphite here also wherever it's going under to make it more 3D-ish look. And then we are going to lay down on all these corners lightly. Once we are done with the laying down graphite, then we are going to blend them. For the blending, I'm here using tortillon. You can use Q-tip, you can use blending stump, you can use little piece of the little piece of the tissue paper. And we are just using the graphite pencil, so if anything goes up where you don't really want, you can erase it and you can make your these holibas uh, clean on the top part of it where we don't want these graphite. So that's the fun working with the graphite, that you can use eraser easily, right? So you can use cotton, no problem. Just use a tiny of it, make it very tightish kind of, because the only thing is like, we want a precision kind of the blending, like we don't really want to go over it. So if you can achieve that with the cotton, that's absolutely fine. You can try using that, and if it's something is going on the top of it, you can definitely use your eraser to erase it. Keep blending it. Oops, I forgot to lay down graphite in this one. In this one too. So I laid down graphite in the inside part of below part of these Holiba, as well as the Holiba ribbons, which are kind of, they are going under, so around that, so that it gives beautiful 3D look. And it takes that one level down and bring the top one forward. I can go over these shading one more time and make the borders at some places. If I see little white spaces, I can go over with my pencil, graphite pencil, and lay down one more layer of the graphite very lightly to fill that space. Or maybe I use my eraser to clean up wherever I don't really want this graphite to be. And now I'm just laying down graphite on the border, on the whole border. Same way, I'm going to lay down the graphite in the whole border of the quandary section also. Okay. Now I'm blending them, the borders. Now I'm blending this quandary section borders. So we keep on drawing that, and now you see wherever our these circles are, I'm just going to lay down this little round soft blending in the center of our these quandaries. That's it. Now we are at the very last part. So for the last part, I'm just turning it around. So there is one important thing, guys, before I start working on this. Like if you see these parallel lines, you can leave them empty like this. You can fill all of them, like in this original one, you can fill all of them. Or maybe you can draw some lines or the circles, the tipples. So that's your style of design, how you want to go about it. I'm leaving it to you, how you want to fill these parallel lines. And now it's the time for shading in this top layer. So the first top layer, I'm doing this border. If you want, you can just leave them empty the way I'm leaving. If you want, you fill them all the way like in the original pattern. If you want, you can draw some tipples or some hatching lines in these, or some triangular lines to give them some more style. It's your choice how you want to give about them. So now wherever they are kind of covering each other, I'm giving them little value here where they are turning. in the pokey leaf. You can see me. So I'm using for the blending, I'm using the tortillon, and you can get the link of the tortillon at my website with the material as well as in the description. And at the website, I have put the Amazon links of the US Amazon as well as the India Amazon too. So you can see there wherever you live accordingly, or at least you can see the picture of them, so then you can buy them at any place wherever you feel like. So right now I'm just laying down graphite, and after then I'm going to blend it. Okay, now it's the time for the blending. So first I'm blending this bottom section. You can blend with your fingers, but the only thing is, like I already told you, like we might have some oil on our hand. So right now it might work well for you, but later on you might see that your paper is getting little yellowish at that particular area, and maybe you find some blotches or some patches at particular area where paper might absorb that, you know, some oil from your finger. You might not see that oil, but it must be there, like it's there on our skin. So that's why we try avoid using the finger. But it's not that you can't use it if you are just learning it and just uh, so you can use the cotton ball rolls, or maybe you can use the tissue paper. You can fold the tissue paper and then you can use that. Any paper, soft tissue paper would work, because these are also paper coils. These are also, the tortillon is also the paper coil. They are nothing but just the paper coils. I just kept my tile upside down so that this area become like easier for me to blend and to work. So tomorrow we are going to meet at the same place at the with the same time for the Zentangle art. And for the Zentangle art, we don't want the 6-inch square tile. We want a 3.5-inch square tile. But it does not mean that you can't work on a 6-inch. If you want to make that Zentangle piece on a 6-inch square, you can make it. You just not call it a Zentangle tile, but it's a Zentangle inspired art then. So that's absolutely fine. I'm kind of done. I just want to do two more enhancement in that. So one that is absolutely optional, and you might not have those supplies, but if you just watch me, you can like at least you can get the experience if later on if you want to go about it. So this is the charcoal white pencil. This is the white charcoal pencil, and with the white charcoal pencil, if you see in the ravel in the center, I'm just laying down little charcoal like this, just to give it a little bit more 3D-ish look. That's it. So that's how we can use charcoal pencil to give it a little bit more sparkle. Here I can give sparkle with the charcoal like this. This is absolutely optional. You can skip this step. If you want, you can use this. And maybe if you have the white jelly roll pen, let me show you. We can use white jelly roll pen also in this one. So with the white jelly roll pen, so these are the white jelly roll pen. This is again optional. If you don't have it, it's absolutely fine. In these quandary where we made our these little tiny shadings, we can just give a tiny dot in the center over these shadings just to brighten up the center of these quandaries. That's it. This is just one enhancement in this one. And in the Mukas, wherever we give these darker shades, we can just make these tiny dots to give little sparkle in them. That's it. So we are kind of done with this, guys, and now it's the time to sign our name. And where is my pen? Here. So I'm going to sign the full name on the back, and today's date is 22nd May 2021, and in the front I'm going to write down my initials NP. I'm going to write down here NP, and then I'm going to join it and make it beautiful. We call it a chop, and we are kind of done. And now it's the last step is to praise our work, and I'm really happy to work with you guys. This is beautiful piece, and you can make it in a full version, in a full complete circle. I would love to see. If you want, you can make them all complete full 4 tiles like this. You see, you can make one more and then it would be the complete version of it. So it's your choice how you want to make it. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow. And if you have not subscribed yet, please go subscribe my channel. It's absolutely free for you, and it will help me growing my channel, as well as it will help me keep conducting these kind of sessions. See you guys tomorrow in Zentangle sessions.